Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching Angel Season 1, Episode 10. It's called Parting Gifts. That makes me pissed off. That makes me annoyed. I don't like the title because obviously it feels like a continuation of what happened in the previous episode. I think I need this episode as a sort of confirmation about everything that happened. You know, just like I mentioned how the Oz thing didn't hit me until I saw his name leave the intro. I feel similarly about Doyle. If you have not seen Angel, please do not watch my reaction videos. I have seen the later seasons, and so I'm going to be speaking of some possible spoilers. What I did want to say is that I think I noticed, and maybe I'm reading into it. I'm probably reading into it, but Doyle's kiss with Cordelia, it had not crossed my mind when I saw it originally, but when I was editing the episode, I was like, is this where the visions transfer? Could this be it? Because like I said, I didn't think Cordy was gonna get her visions until like a way into season 2. So this is like much too early, but at the same time, I think we have figured out that I do not understand the pace of the Buffyverse. Everything that I think is going to happen happens so much sooner than I thought. That there was definitely a lighting that was hitting them from the back that made it almost like their kiss looked almost a little bit blue. The more I think about it, the more I realize I don't want to watch this episode because as much as I say that I want my answers, I'm scared that I'm gonna get an answer that I don't like. And I'm really not ready to say goodbye to Doyle yet. You know, as soon as I was reading the episode title and stuff like that, I noticed that we're in episode 10 and I was like, holy shit, we've already made it to the double digits of Angel. So, you know, we've finally gotten through the intro and stuff. Like, we are actually, 10 episodes in, and to lose a main character is just mean. It feels like what they did, I think his name is Jesse, right, in the pilot. I think it's like what they did to him extended to make it so much worse, where they actually get you attached for so long and you think this guy's gonna last for a couple seasons only for him to like die. Nah, I'm not having it. And I do have some questions about the Scourge that I really want answered. We got to see them like fight the Scourge and stuff like that, but we never actually got to see them like kill every single one of them. Like, we didn't get so much of a conclusion for that story. So I do think that either it's going to be concluded in this episode where we're going to get our answers about Doyle and finish up the Scourge storyline, or potentially they will be hanging around and big batting it up since Wolfram and Hart decided to go like MIA as soon as they got really interesting. So fuck those guys. I really love the fact that, Hero was about Doyle and he was the hero. That's really sweet. And, they were all talking about like the promised one and stuff. And I like that he seems to be the promised one. That is the best send-off that you can give to a character, is to actually just make them the best and give them like a really good departure, And I'm gonna bring Oz up again because this is getting me all up in my feels, y'all. But what they did to Oz, I feel like you lost so much respect for Oz in that episode. And when he leaves, you're upset, but you're also a little bit pissed off at him. And so I feel like that's easier. With Doyle, it's harder because you know that everything in his life was working out. And he left as a hero. He sacrificed himself. It feels so much more meaningful. This is like top tier way to get rid of your characters because it hurts like a bitch. This whole like parting gifts and stuff, like, please don't make anything super sad, Angel writers. Please, like, I don't want to see a funeral. I don't want to see those kind of things. Like, I don't have emotional stability for this. I have told y'all to stop messing with my feelings. And so I am like actually very concerned about this episode because it feels like the kind of episode that can sometimes even be sadder than the actual, sacrifice death scene. And so I'm hella worried. But we should head into the episode, see what's gonna happen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I still don't want to press play because it's like, I don't want to know. If he actually leaves, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But we'll do it.
You've done it before, bring him back.
To what end?
Oh!
To nullify his noble death? To leave his atonement unfulfilled?
Oh my god, they're gonna turn back time?
He
Please.
doesn't so that you may.
You do so that others will.
He's my friend.
If that is so, then so shall it ever be.
Doyle was my sole contact to the powers that be. Without his visions, I'm fighting blind.
All will soon be made clear. For every door that closes, another opens.
And for
Oh my
everyone
God.
that opens,
I'm so scared. This could really go either way. Because it could go to Cordy, but they could bring him back. Please fold back the time. Oh, okay. We have to pay attention to the intro to see if he's still in there. Please be there, sir. I'm so worried. Okay, for a second that scared the crap out of me. Okay, he's still there. He's still there. So they're gonna fold back the time. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Please, 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 God, do it. I knew my denial had a reason. There had to be a reason. Oh, but could the visions transfer to Cordy and then they get him back? That would be funny to see him guide her.
Don't think I don't know what you're doing, Angel.
What am I doing?
What
You're
is he
trying to
doing?
push me away. Close yourself off.
That's not what.
Well, I've got news for you, broody boy. We're all we've got now. You may not like sharing your grief with others, but that's the normal, healthy way people deal with loss. I'm not going anywhere, so get used to it. I am staying right here. Oop, I gotta go.
Cordelia!
Commercial audition. If it wasn't a national, I'd blow it off.
I love her to death. Ah, shit, fuck.
Heck out of me.
You? I scared you? Look in the mirror lately?
Every chance I get. You're him, right? You're the guy. The vampire with the soul.
I'm Angel.
Yeah, you gotta help me.
This feels like they're going into like a case of the week thing, but I really thought this episode would be Doyle centric. Like, I don't want to, no offense to this guy, you seem like a nice guy, but like, I don't want to see your Martian crap. I want to see more about Doyle. I don't want a case right now. There's too much going on for us to be able to focus on any other case.
Let's try this one more time. We'll go from...
Stain Be Gone is more effective.
Yeah.
Now,
So cute.
staying.
Oh shit!
Grass stains.
I guess it's happening.
Okay, nice adjustment.
Nice.
Thank you.
We'll let you know.
But I'm scared this means Doyle's not coming back, and I won't have that.
He's an assassin.
Is he a demon?
He could be. He knows all the haunts and hangouts. Seems like wherever I go, he's just a step or two behind. You know, it's a miracle that I have eluded him this long.
Why do I kind of wish it was Faith? This is so random, but
Everything okay?
sure.
Okay. Cordelia, that was you know, I think that you're acting out of grief and you're confusing our friendship with something more.
I didn't
than...
feel anything. Did you feel anything?
No. You see, that's what I'm trying.
That means I still have it. Damn, I can't believe he did this to me.
That's gotta be somebody we know, because they're not showing us the face. Makes it look real sketchy. This scene has such an Angel vibe. It is so dark, like you can't see anything, and it's so mysterious. Wes?
Hello, Angel.
That's Wes. That's
Wesley.
With Buffy unwilling to follow council orders, there was simply no opportunity to function as Watcher. And that's why I became a rogue demon hunter.
You're a demon hunter.
Rogue demon hunter, yes. And I'm on the trail of a particularly nasty bugger right now, so I suggest you stay out of my way.
Easy, Tiger.
Each of the victims possessed some unique power. Telepathy, poisoned tongues, healing hands. Whatever the physical source of their power, it was ripped, gouged, torn from their corpses.
He's collecting powers.
Why don't you tell me about him?
Doyle? Well, He drank too much, and his taste in clothing was like a Greek tragedy. And he could be really sweet sometimes. You like this? He was half demon, a secret he kept from me for like ever.
Cordy's gonna be so
Barney.
confusion.
That's the guy that's after me.
Barney, it's okay. The books are over there.
Oh, that's so awkward.
Cordelia? Angel never mentioned. Well, what a nice...
Ah! We've been there, done that. Hell no. What? Still nothing.
Surprise.
Didn't work.
No?
Wesley? What are you doing here? Are you working with Angel?
A lone wolf such as myself never works with anyone. I'm merely allowing Angel to assist me.
Oh, Wes.
I'm a rogue demon hunter now.
Wow.
He's trying so hard.
What's a rogue demon?
Oh, this is gonna
Hang on,
be
it's of
so
Asian
fun.
origin. Earlier today, I tracked it through an Asian district just north of here.
That's Koreatown.
It's very likely it's hiding there.
Then that's where I'll start looking.
Don't you mean we?
I work alone, Wesley.
The hell you say? This demon is mine. Angel? I know how to track him. You're not catching him without me by your side.
I had somebody at my side.
Oh.
He's dead now.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna
Wait.
let that happen again.
Oh.
I work alone.
You don't even know where to begin to look.
I got a pretty good idea.
That got sad so fast.
Yes.
That friend of mine, Doyle, used to get these brain flashes, messages from the PTB.
I think she calls it PTV.
Visions of all sorts of stuff. People in trouble, things about to cause trouble, places trouble's happening in.
And your friend left you that little inheritance?
I'm never gonna forgive him for doing this to me.
What? Choosing you? Trusting you with an enormous responsibility. Believing that you were the only one worthy of such a rare and important gift?
Did I mention the drooling?
I get the impression Doyle didn't have much by way of possessions.
No. No, he didn't.
Seems like he gave you the most valuable thing he had.
That's so sweet. Ooh, she has a tattoo.
Hank,
Sir.
it's me. Of course I got the Kungai horn. In a safe place. But listen. I think I just found something even better.
Oh, you bitch! We don't betray Cordelia. Not in this house. Get the fuck out of here.
Poor little Cordelia with her delusions of an acting career.
Delusions?
Well, you don't possibly think you'll succeed, do you? You're a terrible actress.
You have never seen me. How could you possibly know?
Because you know. You feel it.
Shut up, sir! I don't like this
My
guy.
entire being is whispering it to me right now.
That's a lie.
Me, on
That's...
the other hand, you gotta admit, I'm a pretty fine actor. I know you let him die.
That is not true.
No, but it feels true, doesn't it? Mixed in with all the pain and grief. A healthy dollop of guilt. A nagging thought that maybe, somehow, you could have saved him.
I don't know your language.
I do. At least I think I recognize the dialect.
Oh,
Well,
hi!
then it's a good thing you happened by.
I really don't want
no.
to hurt you. Bruises bring down the price.
Don't budge, Cordelia. Fuck this
Not by
guy.
much.
In case you're wondering, this is me looking for a clue. Feel free to join in anytime you want.
I'm a fraud. The council was right to sack me.
Well, please, not an existential crisis right now.
Yes, I
Cordelia's
was
in
fired.
danger. We know that,
I had
but sir.
two slayers in my care. One turned evil and now vegetates in a coma. The other's
No.
a renegade. I ascertained the sculpture's whereabouts, Cordelia's whereabouts, then you can go rescue her.
We can go rescue her. I need your help, Wesley. The Kung guy said Barney wanted the horn for something.
Ka.
You're the only one in this room who could translate that. Are you with me? Good.
This start of something. I love it.
Grab your wife. It'll drain the life right out of them. The power to drain a life force is an investment in peace of mind.
They back.
Next up, lot 32.
Don't
We're
let them buy
very
it.
lucky to have this here today.
Oh, they're so gonna
A
buy it.
Rare and beautiful find.
Please tell me Wilfred Hart is not gonna buy Cordelia.
Folks. The possibilities are endless. Keep the girl as a slave, remove the head as a trophy, or simply harvest the eyes. In any case, a unique party icebreaker. It doesn't get any better than this. We'll start the bidding at 2,000. Do I hear 2,000?
Oh, I'll buy Cordy for $2,000.
2,000. Do I hear 2,005? 2,005. Do I hear 3? 17. You decide. 18.
Oh, she's still
19.
gonna buy Cordelia.
20,000 from the gentleman in the center aisle. Going once, going twice.
I too would murder for
30,000.
Cordelia. Oh, fuck.
Sold for
This is not good.
$30,000 to the lovely lawyer from Wolfram and Hart.
Oh, no, Wes. I trusted you. That was not a good idea.
All right.
You butcher an innocent girl, will you? Thrash you within an inch of your life.
And then I'm gonna take that inch.
Our merchant
Yes,
is
I
taking
love
you.
it.
Oh,
I never doubted for a minute you'd find me.
Well, I was lucky. I had a rogue demon hunter on my side.
Glad I could be of service.
Okay, we'll keep in touch.
Yes.
Yes, I will. But now, the evil lurking everywhere.
Bids me onwards.
So,
He's waiting for them to ask.
I go.
No, why does somebody care?
Take care.
Yes.
No, he's leaving?
No rest for the wicked fighters. Through storm and rain, heat, famine, deep, painful, gnawing hunger, I go.
breakfast?
Ooh. I suppose so.
Is Angel
What are the
cooking for
perks of the job?
Cordelia? Because that's
After
the
an
cutest thing
all-nighter fighting
ever.
the lurking evil, we get eggs.
Did you say something about toast?
This is so cute. But, okay, this is not good though. I don't like the end because this means Doyle to be gone. Okay, so let's discuss a little bit this episode. I got my whole list of things that we should talk about. It's really interesting stuff, but I gotta start off with Doyle just because his name is still in the intro. And I don't know if this is just because they didn't want to ruin the West surprise in this episode. And so I do think it's likely that maybe in the next episode they will be switching his name for Wes's name. And so this was just their way of keeping it a surprise. Unfortunately, it feels like Doyle's gone. And I'm really bummed out. And I thought this episode was going to be so much more Doyle-centric. And I'm a little bit disappointed that it wasn't, you know. I wish that we would have talked about him a little bit more. Like, they did something so huge. They killed off a main character, and I thought this episode was going to be all about the grieving. And even though I think that grief definitely was, like, a driving force of the episode, because we've never seen Angel so determined to, like, save Cordelia. But at the same time, I just really expected it to be a lot more Doyle-centric. I expected to see the Scourge, what's the name? Scourge. I definitely thought it was going to feel more like a two-parter instead of two separate episodes. And these were definitely two separate episodes. And so I feel bad for Doyle, the fact that they would kill him off and then be a little bit like, he doesn't deserve a funeral. Like, we didn't get to see maybe Harry, you know, like them having to tell Harry, like, you know, I feel like they could have done more with that. They could have I love using this term completely in horrible ways. They could have milked his death a little bit more. I think, made it a little bit even sadder. But I guess thanks for not. I know it's super contradicting. Like, I don't want to be sad, but here I am asking to make things sadder. I guess I should be glad that they didn't. In the beginning of the episode, when Angel went to ask to, turn back time, I was like, oh my god, they're actually gonna bring him back. And I really had hope there for a second. And then I saw his name in the intro, and I was like, happily living in denial land. But now I think I'm back to the fact that I think I have to understand that Doyle is gone, especially with them bringing in Wes, because I assumed Wes was going to be sort of a replacement for Doyle at some point, but I did think that they were going to overlap. But I guess not. Like, they couldn't have made him a more clear replacement, and I don't like it in the sense that I wish they could have given us at least one episode like off. I'm obviously glad that we have him because I had been anxiously waiting for the moment that he would appear, but at the same time I feel really bad for Doyle now, and I feel like we barely had time to grieve him until they would bring in somebody to sort of replace him. It's the exact same Oz and Spike situation where it's like I love having Spike back, but I really didn't want to have to lose Oz. And then now, yeah, I guess I'm glad we have Mr. West back, but I'm already missing Doyle. Mr. West, let us talk about you. This is so interesting. Listen, the moment that, they were, all the shots of Wes, they weren't showing his face and stuff like that. I had a gut feeling it was going to be Faith for some reason. I think I just miss her a lot, and I'm like, is she out of the coma? Which they mentioned in this episode. They were like, nah, she's still a vegetable or whatever. Y'all are so rude. Like, if you're gonna, like, I would rather you not even mention her. I would, just don't. And then the second that he appeared in the door and it was clear that it was a man, I was like, it's gonna be Doyle. It was not. Don't be as a fool yet again. I was worried in the end that he was gonna leave because they actually sort of made it seem like he was just gonna go away, and I was like, oh, maybe this is just like his one guest appearance for season 1 until he becomes a regular in season 2. But the ending, though, that ending right now actually feels like he's gonna stick around for a while. Feels so good to be able to see the beginning of that friendship, the three of them together. That was adorable, because I have seen so many, I think, like, moments and scenes of them and stuff like that. Like, I have always seen them working together, and seeing how it all came together is actually so interesting, seeing them just have breakfast together, which is adorable. And I love that Angel was cooking. Like, he can't eat, right? So he's just cooking for Cordelia, because, sir, that is the cutest thing I have ever seen in my life. The fact that he would just cook for her when he can't, like, when he won't even eat. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. I love that for him. I love that for Cordy. And I love that it seems like they are starting to, like, bond. And I think something really great is going to come out of it. Well, that I know. I guess that's the good thing about knowing Angel spoilers, is that I know that their friendship is just going to be amazing, and I'm so glad to see how that's going to change, because Wes still feels like a completely different person than what I'm used to. I love the attention to, like, the costumes in this episode. Like, I've said this before, I'm not a fashion person. I barely pay attention to what people are using. But, I think it was very poignant, the fact that they put him in, like, a white suit, while Angel's always with the black. I think they were just trying to bring out that contrast in between the two of them, and the fact that in the beginning of the episode he was sort of trying to dress like Angel, with, like, the pants. Well, I know Angel would never use those pants, but the jacket and the black. This episode showed to me the younger side of Wes, I think, because he was a watcher, and so I definitely associated him more with, like, Giles's age than anybody else. But I think this episode showed him almost like a teenager, trying to fit in, trying to be badass, seeing what he can do, understanding himself. It feels like he's going on, like, a self-discovery journey. And of course, am I reading into it? Again, most likely. But it just felt like he's really coming to terms with who he is, just in the lifestyle change, in the outfit change. And another thing that definitely reminded me of the Angel that I know is obviously a Mr. Wolfram and a Mr. Hart. Because Wolfram and Hart, y'all, they set up something over there, and then I was waiting for it to pay off, and then they were like, no, let's forget that they exist. And I guess I kind of did. I was like, I guess they were just trying to show us that something exists, but I was thinking that they were gonna, just stop talking about it at all. And so the fact that they came back this episode was actually fun. I was really concerned they were gonna buy Cordelia, because I could totally see a storyline where they have to like break into Wolfram and Hart to save Cordelia because she's like a captive. Like, I don't know, like in my mind, I was already watching the next episode where it's like, Cordelia belongs to Wolfram and Hart and they need to know how to save her, like I was making so many theories in my head, crazy ass theories as usual. And so it was really fun to see them, and the overall message that like Angel, they know how good Angel is at fighting and stuff like that. So like, this is really concerning me, because I would have thought they would have approached him by now, and if they haven't, this can't be a good sign. I'm scared that one of these days they're just gonna wake up and they're gonna be like, let's drug Angel and like, sort of brainwash him into working for Wolfram and Hart. Like, bro, I don't know, but I'm concerned about them because we learn so little about Wolfram and Hart each episode that it makes me more and more stressed about what they could and couldn't do. In regards to the story of this episode, I think the Barney twist was pretty brilliant. I did not see that coming. I think in many moments he reminded me of, I think his name is Lorne, right? Shrek, for lack of better way to describe him. I was recently reminded of his existence, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. Again, I don't know at which point he comes into the show. Am I gonna sound like a broken record? Yes, but I figured that it was also, again, mid-season 2. Everything for me happens in mid-season 2 in Angel, and everything for me in Buffy happens in season 6 to 7. In case you haven't noticed, that's where I think all the action is in. But I think it worked really well with the story. Like, they were able to do so many different things. They were able to get us, grieving Doyle, presenting us to Wes, presenting us to Cordelia having the visions, and, establishing Wolfram and Hart as sketchy bitches, and also just the whole storyline of the case of the week itself and having twists within it, So I think this was actually a pretty freaking solid episode. I want to say it was maybe one of my favorites so far. Do I want to say it? I think I want to say it, yeah. We should talk a little bit more about Cordy and the visions, because even though I said that I thought it would happen, this was more me, again, trying to like manifest things. I just say whatever's on my mind. I think it's funny to see her start having this connection and starting to, have the visions, which I love that she's sort of really opposed to them at first. And I don't remember exactly how she feels about them, to be completely honest. But, I think it's going to be an interesting journey of her learning to, like, grow and accept these visions as just a part of her, and hopefully they won't hurt as bad. The things that Barney was telling her were actually sort of interesting, and I wonder how many of them were true and how many of them he was just trying to stir up some feelings. I think the part where he talked about her feeling guilt over Doyle is definitely true. I think she's filled with regret, because something about grief is just like, sometimes, of course, you blame yourself even when you don't have to blame yourself, but I think also a big part of it is that I think she wishes she did things differently. Like, maybe she should have kissed him, maybe she should have asked him out on a date first. I think that she's going through all these scenarios in her head of what she should have done if she knew this was going to happen, and I think that that's always like a bad place, like mentally, and of course it's part of grief, she has to go through it. But it breaks my heart to think that she's going through it, having her cry in the commercial. Like, that is not okay. The fact that Cordelia is in pain is, again, a direct attack towards me. And I don't like it. I think Cordy puts up a front where she can actually have so many more feelings than she makes it out to be. And I think that maybe she's not ready to say goodbye to the acting because it's sort of what she's always expected for her life, and sometimes you have a hard time actually giving up on that dream. I think this episode really set up a lot for me specifically, just in the sense of things that I knew were going to happen and stuff like that. So even though I'm really sad that we have lost Doyle, I think things are really starting to establish Angel the show. More and more, they're starting to become their own show. Even if we know these characters, I think right now I'm seeing them a lot more as like Angel characters than Buffy characters in a spinoff, if that makes sense. So yeah, 10 episodes in, I think we're definitely off to like a very solid start. And I like that it seems to get like more and more tight every episode, if that makes sense. Oh, I also wrote Kate's gone with a question mark. That is a good point, Miss Dominique. I am a little bit concerned about Kate because even though I actively asked her not to appear in the previous episode and in this episode, now I'm a little bit concerned because, you know, the Angel Riders are sort of rebels. So I said it still thinking that they were going to show her for a second and I was going to, you know, roll my eyes and be like, I actually love you, but shh. And so now I'm like confused because, like I said, it feels like they're settling into the Angel that I know, and the Angel that I know definitely does not involve Kate. And her being gone for 2 episodes and there being no mention of her, at least not that I caught, makes me scared that they're actually getting rid of her and that she's just gone. I think not having her in these 2 episodes made me realize that actually I do want her. So I do hope that Kate pops up in the next episode. The name of the next episode is Sonambulous. I'm not exactly 100% sure how to say that word. It's easier in Portuguese. Okay. So I guess we're talking dreams and stuff like that. No major predictions other than the fact that I think we're going to see them establish the rest of the season. I think we're going to see how Wes fits in. I think we're going to see if Kate is going to be hanging around or not. And I think we're going to be seeing how Wolfram and Hart is going to fit in to season 1. Those would have to be my predictions. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you then. Bye.